All right, collective, as you know, I did the pre-shuffle. Let's see what it is that you need to know in regard to those holiday invitations that you have been receiving. How do these people view you? Why is it that they want you around? What is it that they're looking from you? Whether family, friends, work events. Listen, it's interesting because the holidays, people always, want to spend time together. You get a lot of invites. Sometimes you get no invites for years, and then all of a sudden you start getting invites. And so it's nice to look into these and see what is the intention of these people. So let's see. If you're new to my channel, welcome. For my return subbies, you know I love you. Listen, so there's someone around you who will be at an event that you're going to be going to this holiday season, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it is that you decide to go to, or maybe you don't decide to go to this, but the energy is someone's needing to get a lot of things off their chest. And the reason why is because they feel, obviously embarrassed and stuck. They might be looking at your social media, questioning their own actions, and realizing that, they need to release things that no longer serve. Another situation is that you might be around people who you haven't been around in a long time, and you hear about people being stuck. Okay, I pushed you away because I don't want the responsibility. You have become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turn off. I have lost all control of myself. I keep messing up. I feel like this right here isn't really you, though. I feel like they're saying you're too difficult for them to handle, and you're like, that's a big turn off, right? Now, this doesn't have to be intimate, but I feel like there's a lot of people around you walking into this holiday season. This is specific for someone who has almost been estranged. The black sheep type of energy is what I'm getting. And you're trying to understand why it is that all of a sudden you're getting these invitations. And for some of you, you've been around people, but you still question like why it is that you're getting these invitations. So I want to look into the energy of the people who are inviting you to these wonderful outings and their desires to want to invite you. So important to remember that you reap what you sow, right? And that sometimes we are removed from situations for our protection, okay? And you're re-invited to these places as a test. Not every invitation that you receive is meant for you to accept. And for some of you, you go places because you're curious. It's not so much because you feel called to go. You're going because you're curious. You're going because you're curious. You're curious to see if what you've been feeling is right, and you're ignoring your intuition about people. Ooh, confirmation. A lot of these people wish you harm, right? And they can't stand that you're so heavenly protected. You might have been someone that has done a complete turnaround in your life. And these people look at you as someone who doesn't deserve grace, or they were intentional in your life to make sure that you were falling from grace. So you might be around people that party goers, and there's nothing wrong with partying, but people that would prey on your weakness, knew what your addictions were, and addictions could be something as simple as working too much, okay? Take it how it resonates. This is being any holiday invite. Matter of fact, any invite from now until the end of 2023, this can be relevant for. And if you're watching this in another year, hey, Take how it resonates. But I saw 444 when I said any holiday invite. I looked up, and that's the time that I saw. So there are people who looked at you as if, oh, poor baby. Oh, you were very naive in the past. And your naive was because you had so much love to give. So much love to give. And I feel like people from your past, right, didn't realize that you were going to be this person who has completely transcended and has this voice, and you're looking on into your future on your own, and you've left things behind, but you've been moving in the silence that is quite frankly amazing. It's rejuvenating, it's inspiring to many people. And it's hard for people who haven't known you, who thought they knew you in the past, to see you in this new energy, because it's debilitating to them that you've turned your back on them and you've begun to see the beauty in life for yourself. You're no longer focused so much on what helps other people, 611. You're no longer focused on 611 8, so you're focused on this renewing energy in this present time for yourself, and you're not focusing so much on the past and what no longer served you, because you were always giving love. Even in your naiveness, it was because you were loving, right? And they took advantage of your kindness. They thought that it was a weakness, and you even went through a dark period in your life where you were like, maybe I need to change. I can't be this kind, or I can't be this person. I'm tired of people walking all over me. Well, guess what? You've moved past that. You passed that test, 655. You've passed the test. And the test that you passed was remaining true to yourself, still being kind, still being loving, still being given, but also having the spirit of discernment to remove the things that no longer serve you. And now the universe is telling you, hey, let's see what lessons you've learned. Are you going to regress, or are you going to come back to this abundant light that you're in? And for some of you, the hardest part about these invitations is wondering, why is it that you're inviting me? So you want to eat with me now? Like, you trying to butter me up for what? What are you trying to butter me up for? Why is it that you want me around? Do you truly enjoy my company? Because for a long time we didn't speak. My number remained the same, yet you claim that you didn't have it. A lot of you, I'm getting family. For others of you, I'm getting workplace issues where you've been working like a horse and you've kind of been silent quitting but doing your job. You're just looking at things from a different perspective. You're starting to see that your work family has never really been family. They've only been your work family because you're always picking up the slack. What else do we have? And, you know, with that being said, a lot of these people look at you, they're like, damn, you know, I saw you as someone that always had a positive light or a positive outlook on things despite so much adversity in your life. You're not someone who's been walking on the right side of the tracks. If you are that person that's watching this, because I get like there's someone watching this that's on the other side of things too. Like, you're spying on the person, the collective, right? Hey, it is what it is. Just know that this person is spiritually protected. You are spiritually protected collective, and you are very protective of what you've been working on. Your ancestors are very protective of you. You have a lot of people keeping their eye on you, watching you, studying you, trying to understand, you know, who it is that you are. And when you go to these events, you're going to see like people are going to just be very quiet and staring at you. Hold your head up high. I'm getting specific, a woman wearing black high heels with like the calf area being runched up. Now this could be you or this could be someone else. Take it how it resonates, but they're like quarter length boots, just like at the calf, and they kind of, you know, I don't know how to describe them, sluggish down. You'll know when you see these people, though, at these events, what their intentions are. They're trying to understand how it is that you have so much peace in this present time because, like I said, you're someone that comes from the other side of the tracks. And even if you're someone that comes from a line of abundance, you are, again, this is for someone that is the black sheep or has felt like they're the black sheep or has always felt like the outcast or that they weren't of this world. And the thing to remember in this is that you are there to learn a lesson. You are here to learn a lesson, but also you're teaching lessons to these people because you see, I have lost control. They lost control of their life, right? And they're now feeling the way that they wanted you to feel. These people counted you out. These people saw you as someone who was always going to be stuck, who was always going to be miserable, who was never going to have abundance, who honestly just was a scourge, is what I'm hearing. A scourge. You may have asked people for help when you needed it, and these people made you feel like trash for asking for help. And, now from the outside looking in, they're like, well, how do I get to this contentment? Right? And this could even be you. You're so focused on yourself that you're like, all of a sudden getting a phone call and you're like, why is it that you want me to come to this event? Why do you want me to come? Because I'm at my highest peace, and I get they're seeing little bits and pieces of you. If you've been back in these people's lives, it's because you're trying to give them a second chance because spirit has led you to. And for others of you, you're just out of sheer curiosity if people have changed. And I get this energy of them not really changing, but just looking at you in awe, like loving to hate you. And for others of you, it's like, wow, I counted this person out. I feel like pure horror. Some of the things that were done to you were horror, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Your change and their actions has caused people to really retreat and look at themselves. This could have been you as well, just focusing on yourself and wishing upon a star on the full moon and just like saying, I want to release. I want a brand new beginning. You are so heavily protected. It's sad. A lot of people would send you a lot of negative energy through the things that they would say because you were a topic of gossip. You were a topic of gossip in a lot of lives, and it hurt people that you retreated. And that's what the mere issue is you decided, I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm not going to focus on other people anymore. And, I want brand new life. I want abundance. I want people who are going to respect me and love me and treat me well. And, that's what you wanted in your life, and you worked on progressing towards that. A lot of your relationships haven't worked because of the energies that you keep around you, or just because of the constant gossip. You haven't been able to fully enjoy a relationship because it's always been a tug of war of some sort. These aren't your cards. I'm just organizing them a little bit before the pre-shuffle as I'm channeling the messages that I'm giving to you. It's this energy of feeling like you're never going to find love, but the love that you are receiving is from spirit, is direct from source. And you're learning different aspects of relationships. You're learning to let go of the things that don't serve you and the thought process of everyone is against me. And you're also learning to have grace upon yourself and give grace to others because you're not a trusting person. You don't trust people. 1414, you don't trust people. And you don't trust people because people have taken from you. You were someone that was very monetarily supportive towards people. You were someone that was the constant giver. Now, if you weren't giving money, you were giving your energy. Time is money, okay? That's more valuable than any physical currency. All right, or digital currency. You're talking about your spiritual energy. And these people see you as someone like, you know, you could have went through a phase of like doing very good for yourself, doing bad for yourself, and now they're like, okay, well, how is it that this person went from such a crappy life to all these blessings? How is it that this person has been able to manifest these brand new beginnings? And it's because you've been led. You learn to let go of the things that no longer serve you. These people made you very upset, but you held your head up high and you adjusted your crown. These people seeing you like this stirs up their spirit, and it makes them upset because they've realized that they've missed out on the opportunity to grow with someone. You know, you're moving very quickly into abundance. These people were very malicious to you. You are a reminder of how Spirit blesses those who give to others, and how Spirit creates stagnancy on those who are evil spirited. And that's what makes these people so upset. That's where the basis of their terror, of their own frustration, of their own setbacks is they're starting to see that, you know, what goes around comes around. You've had to fend for yourself on your own, while people were constantly throwing shade at you physically. For some of you, you had a lot of physical encounters with these people, and for others of you, it was simple enough that when you needed someone, everyone kind of just was non-existent, and you're like, well, damn, you know, why do you want to be in my life now? It's because you've been pouring into your own cup and you're walking away, and these people feel you energetically being removed from the rest of their life. You do not see these people the same way. You cannot even drink a cup of water with these people and feel like, yeah, this is right. You feel off. Every encounter that you've had with these people leading up to the holidays, or maybe if this is even your first encounter with them again, you've been feeling off and you question their intention. And it is because of the things that they did in the past, the things that they did in the past to hurt you. And you're now in this energy of like, you know, I'm done. I'm moving on. And it upsets people. It upsets them that you're not letting them in the way that you used to let them in, because before you used to be this person who was always, yeah, absolutely, I'll be there for you. Yes, I'm here for you. Absolutely. Whatever you need. What is it that you need? How can I be of service to you? Do you need a shoulder to cry on? Come, baby, I got you. Do you need someone to listen to you complain about your job? Come, baby, I got you. Do you need me to pick up that extra workload for you? Come, baby, I got you. Oh my gosh, then you're exhausted. You got tired of being exhausted. Like a fish out of the water, you were constantly giving all of your energy, all of your joy, everything to them. And because you were so giving, they took that as naiveness and they treated you like trash, like you were beneath them. Yet now they're starting to realize, like, wow, this person has grown tremendously. Now, you might not see it as you have grown tremendously financially or emotionally, but you have turned some serious cards in your life. You've closed some serious chapters. Now, this could be something that has been going on within the last 5 years transformatively with you, where you need to look back 5 years, 5 months, 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 hours, and look at who you were then and the actions that you're making now. And for some of you, it's in that specific order: 5 years, 5 months, 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 hours. Because for some of you, 5 hours ago was when you had that epiphany of, oh, wow, I'm blessed. Yeah. And you recognize maybe 5 hours ago that these people reaching out to you aren't meant to be part of your new beginning. 555. You know, it's you've lost faith in people who tried to control you, who tried to manipulate you, who said they were for you. Because when you look back, you're seeing these people were never for me. Every time you had something good, there was always a negative or always a one-up. There was never, let me tell you about my joys and my successes and be applauded. And you've moved on from that pain. You have learned to self-heal because God has been your best friend. You've had no friends. What friends have you had? The one that tells you look good and you know you don't look good in what you're wearing? The friend that steals your girlfriend behind your back? Or is giving googly eyes to her or to him if you're a female? Because that's not a friend. Page of Stones here coming up as well. It's like people wanted to cause aggravation in your life. And there's going to be people at these events who are going to try to take your peace because they don't like seeing you with peace. Okay? They can't believe that you moved on to the point where, you know, you have peace. How could you possibly be blessed? And guess what? You look at the situation like, okay. You see how you're just sitting back, just watching and waiting? You're watching and waiting. When you go to these events, I feel as if some people will be applauding you, and then there's others of you who are going to be dealing with people at these same events who are going to try to knock your hustle or be like, oh yeah? Oh wow. I kind of give like back-ended compliments, like, oh wow, that's a really pretty dress. I heard on Oprah that women who wear dresses like that, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well that's nice. Thankfully I don't watch Oprah, but I'm glad that that's who you get your personal life advice from. Yeah, like you're kind of like, I'm over y'all. I'm over y'all. And I'm over the side comments and the little slick comments, and that's what's throwing people off the most, is that you finally have your voice and they're not ready for that. You've been very patient with these people. You've been very patient with these people. 2211. You've been very patient with these people. You're focused on your coins, you're focused on your money, and you're okay with letting go of the things that don't serve you and those people who don't have the courage to apologize and tell you how they really feel. You're going to call people out at these events if you decide to go. Okay? And for some of you, you're calling people out merely on the invitation. You ain't invite me last year, so why you want to invite me this year now? Because you're single and you ain't got nobody else to chill with? Is that what it is? And some of you are just placeholders in your family and friends' lives when they're single or when they don't have nobody else to chill with. And you're recognizing that every time you are around these people, it's a new moon or a full moon, and these people are constantly gravitating and pulling on your energy because they don't know how to manifest, because they don't have the light of God within their life. You know why? Because of the things that they've done to you in the past, the things that they thought about you in secret is coming to light. The things that they've done to you in secret are now coming to life, and they're starting to see themselves exactly for who they are. They're starting to see themselves exactly for who they are. You've completely transformed and you're walking into your abundance. And this is your justice. Justice is being served. You're like, you know what? Yeah, I might be a little bit of a jerk. Yeah, I might be a little bit cold-hearted. But guess what? I love me. And I'm only a jerk and cold-hearted to people who don't reciprocate peace, love, and light towards me. So, how you like them apples? All right? So you go ahead and continue feeling bad about what you've done and what you've said. I've forgiven you. I've moved on. Go talk to God about it. Because I don't have time for your foolishness. I don't have time for the debauchery. I don't have time for the fakeness. Because you're not a fake person. And you're refusing to deal with people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You're refusing to deal with the people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And, you know, you're okay with letting go of those who don't match your energy, because guess what? You have control over your life. There may have been a time where you felt like you lost control. Or you may be feeling right now like you've lost control. But guess what? That's not for long, boo-boo. Do not let these people mess with your mindset. Do not let these people mess with your mindset. Because you have a lot of people from the past coming in because they know, they feel it. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it is because they don't have that spiritual inclination like you do. Okay? They don't have that connection with source like you do. This is for someone particular. This is for my divine light children. This is not for y'all who be trying to do, evil things or be jealous and stuff like that. If you're one of my followers and you have jealousy within yourself, I'm going to need you to work on that before the end of 2023, my love. Okay? I'm going to need you to work on that because the only way you're going to be able to elevate is by you focusing on yourself and loving yourself. And when you love yourself, you don't have jealousy towards anyone else's looks, anyone else's finances, anyone else's relationships, none of that. You're fully content with who you are and where you are in life, whether you're in a relationship or alone, because a relationship will not fulfill you. Okay? You receive fulfillment, loving yourself, being one with God, and trusting that everything in your life is happening the way that it needs to happen. All right. This message is specific for those of you who are out here genuinely trying to work on yourself. No one is perfect. So if you have a down and out moment, you ask for forgiveness and you pick up your pieces and you move on. Because that's what makes you a divine child. That's what makes you divinely blessed. That's what it means to be connected to source. Whether you call him God, Jesus, Allah, whatever name, Jehovah Jireh. Some of you are going through a season of healing, Jehovah Nisi. All right. Whatever name you call God at the end of the day, whatever religion you claim, if you claim religion, you're blessed. It's all one God. It's all one God in multiple manifestations. I'm big on learning and educating, right? And this has been the way to grow into the person that I am, because I've lost the fear and I stopped doubting myself. And it requires you to let go of fear and just trust. You can only control the right now. You can only control the right now. And while you may not have seen yourself as progressing to a new level in your life, you, my friend, have gotten there. And this holiday season, it's going to be a reminder as to why you no longer deal with these people. Because you're going to see that these people have not changed. And for some of you, you're being led to go to these events, and it's for you to see how far you have come, because you still don't see the blessings in your life. All right, my divine, beautiful people, I love you dearly. Make sure you hit that like button if the message resonated. If not, that's okay. It's always peace, love, and light. May God continue to bless you.